Action!
Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of our video iWoofs. Here we are today with our hosts, Dr. Ian Dunbar, Kelly Dunbar, and me, Jamie Dunbar. What are we talking about today, Kelly?
Oh, today, or shall I say later today, or continuing today, we are, since we're all in the same one.
You're confusing me.
Sorry, today we are talking about what you might call Littermate Syndrome. What happens or what can happen when you get more than one puppy at the same time.
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Craziness.
So we
Hot
can talk
puppy
about,
on puppy action?
yeah, that for sure. So we can talk a little bit about what the common pitfalls and foibles are of that kind of situation, and I guess the benefits as well. There are benefits to that situation. Let's talk about that. So, two puppies,
Well,
same age.
what are the benefits? Give me the benefits.
We're thinking.
There's more action, there's more misbehavior, there's more noise, and I don't just mean twice as much, I mean 10 times as much.
It's exponential.
The puppies get to grow up together, that's cool.
Maybe you get some 2-for-1 discounts on collars or...
That's terrible, Jamie.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you
Water
don't.
balls.
You just do double your expense. That's for sure. Double your expense, double your workload. Actually, I always tell people that they're tripling their workload because you have to work with the dogs individually and together.
Alright.
So it's 3 times the training.
3 times the amount of work.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a killjoy here and say this is a
Sounds
stupid
like
thing
you've
to
already
do.
have,
But,
pretty much.
yeah, this would not be my cup of tea. Let's put it that way. But I can say, hey, if you want to do it, go ahead. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I guess I do feel that. I think it's nice, dogs, puppies, when they come into a home, they have their friends. Like
It's nice
Hugo
to have
came in,
multiple dogs.
Yeah,
That's
it's nice to have
for
multiple
some.
dog households. But I think with multiple puppies, I think the puppies get cheated a bit in their growing up. We don't treat them quite the same as if we had an individual puppy. Just my 2 pennyworth, I personally wouldn't do it unless it were, let me think of a situation, a good friend of mine died with 2 puppy littermates and they willed them to me. And so I felt I really had to take these 2 puppies and look after them. But otherwise, just 1 puppy coming into this house, and that will be Kelly's responsibility because it's a lot of work. And when they grow up to be fully trained, thank you, Kelly, then I like hanging out with them.
I mean, I think
it's a lot of work.
I think I would go so far to say as, no, you probably shouldn't get 2 puppies unless perhaps you got 1 puppy before. You've raised a puppy before, and it was so easy and went so well, that they grew up to the perfect dog. You never had any complaints. You had perfect off-leash verbal control. It was a wonderful, rock-solidly socialized dog. Maybe then, But, to get 2 puppies at the same time, you don't really, if you haven't raised a puppy before, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, and you're now getting yourself in deeper, far deeper. It's like, who wants to start a job, have a baby and raise a puppy at the same time? Like, it's too much. You're going to shortchange something.
Well, let's think about the reasons people might do this. I can only think of 2 right off the top of my head.
It's very different from having babies, that you have a baby and all of a sudden find, oh wow, we got triplets. It's kind of like you're thrown into it and you haven't got a choice, but getting 2 puppies, what are the reasons why you would get 2 puppies?
I can only think of 2 off of the top of my head. Maybe, the primary 2 being people think they'll keep each other company. They actually believe it will be easier. That it's somehow going to take
this one will take care of the other one on Tuesday, and that one will take care of the other one.
They can exercise each other, they'll have each other, and there is something to having multiple dogs in a household for for some personalities, but 2 puppies at once growing up at the same time is a different story. The other reason that this happens, and I think this is actually the #1 reason it happens, is impulse.
Right.
People are somewhere where there are puppies, and they're so cute. Ooh, sorry.
Excuse me.
Mosquito, right on your
mosquito.
face.
Gotta get him.
Right on your face.
Okay.
People are somewhere. They see a litter of puppies. They see litter of puppies, or they're at a shelter and they see 2 cute ones they cannot possibly choose. They both need homes. They feel bad for them. They think they're both cute, or they're already sleeping together. They love each other. I can't separate them, and some kind of emotional impulse decision happens for people who did not, indeed, who
Right.
did not go out that day seeking to get 2 puppies.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't even want to go and get 1.
Right, which I'd say is a bad reason to get a puppy, let alone
Yeah.
2
You're
puppies.
right.
And I
And,
think-
you know, we can't do much about impulse, although maybe we have with our real sort of gung-ho, yeah, go out and get 2 puppies. I think maybe we have to, if someone's watching this and the impulse is coming next week, maybe they will think, perhaps we should think it out. So I guess what we're all saying here is this is going to be more work, not less work. So by all means, go for it if that's what you think you want to do.
I know you want to end on that. I hear you doing your tone, your ending tone, but
Oh
there's...
no, I'm looking straight at you,
Oh.
waiting for you to come next. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think...
I could have ended. I was flexible.
Yes, I know. Another danger of doing this is, you know, there is twice the amount of chaos and twice the amount of expense and 3 times the amount of training. That's true. But also, yes, they will play together. They will love each other more than likely. Maybe sometimes not. Every now and then you get siblings that end up fighting tooth and nail and they can't stand each other. That's extremely heartbreaking because then what do? But most likely they will bond to each other. And unless you do an intense amount of work focusing on you as the individual and handling them separately, they will bond to each other over you.
And over any other dogs.
And that can become a kind of a problem. You know, if they are together all the time, it's kind of like having twins or something. They learn their own languages, they talk to each other. You have to really get them to engage with the outside world individually so that they can grow as individuals and not use each other as emotional crutches, social crutches.
Well, it detracts severely from socialization.
Well, and from training.
And not just socializing with other dogs, but socializing with other people now. And that is a very important point to think about.
More likely to come up with problems later. Everything from recall problems because they don't really care about you if they're out with their brother or sister, to aggression, I think, with other animals and people coming in the house. They get this kind of thing going where they have their own little world and don't necessarily want everybody else to come into it. So it's a lot of extra work. It can be done well. If you're going to do it, I think you need to be aware of the pitfalls so that you can work triply hard, is that even the word? Triply hard to make it a success.
So basically, I mean, I think too.
Well, I was going to say, I think some people are going to get 2 puppies no matter what we say. What I would tell them is, don't do it. But I understand you want to give people options.
No, I think, yeah, it's a good place to end. That I think what we're always saying is it's going to be a lot of work. So if you're thinking of doing it, probably don't. But if you have done it already, then please take photos and videos and send them
We'd
to
love to hear about
Daddy and tell us, you know, what a wonderful experience it was.
And memo, cancel the second his and her puppy for Jamie and Trina's wedding.
Oh, yes, mustn't do that. Yes, cancel the second puppy. Okay,
Just the 1 puppy then.
just the one puppy.
Well,
Jamie.
thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.